keep forgetting. Here, come turn this knob.
She did so, making 2 lines of light, soft purple and blue, appear behind the glass. They vibrated and shook, taking on the shapes of people. Yes, small people barely 2 feet high, but incredibly detailed.
But your brother...
The woman moved to touch the man's arm. The image grew more detailed, zooming in on her face, though it remarkably appeared to all be made of a single continuous line.
What will he say?
Lee? Why should I care what he says? I live my own life. I have to.
Times of the night. That means it's Sunday evening. I haven't seen this episode, so it's the first showing. So I missed one day, didn't report to work last night, and the foreman came to check on me in the evening.
Yumi settled on the floor and stared at the moving lines with wide eyes.
What happened to those people? Why did they turn into lines of light?
Oh, they're fine. Those 2 are actors. You know, like a play? You've seen a play, right?
She shook her head.
Too frivolous for a yokihijo, but I've heard of them.
Don't you get any time to relax?
I have plenty of time to meditate and pray.
No, I mean, have fun.
If I waste time having fun, people starve. How are actors doing this?
They're standing in another place and projecting onto the Heian lines. I don't know how it works. Kind of like a photograph, maybe?
She looked at him blankly.
Right. I guess you don't have those. Just imagine a pair of people standing in a room somewhere acting out this play. And these lines mimic the actions they're making. Anyone in the city with a Heian viewer can watch.
Is that what the glass is? A Heian viewer?
Nah, the viewer is these boxes on the side, which manipulates the shape of the lines. The glass is to keep you from touching the Heian.
She nodded absently, mesmerized. The play, she pieced together, was about a man who had woken up one day without memories. This was important, because he'd been the only one who knew the location of a fantastic treasure. But the story didn't seem to be about the treasure. It was about all the different people trying to persuade the man that they'd been his good friend, and about the man piecing together the fragments of who he'd once been, and discovering, bit by bit, who was actually an ally, and who was lying. She knew that she should have been doing something else, meditating at the very least. But for some reason, the story connected to her. The man with a blank life. Everything he tried was new. She was so tired, overwhelmed. There was something incredibly therapeutic about sitting, pulling a blanket around herself, and watching someone else's problems for a while. Then the story finished.
It can't end there. What is in the safe?
It always does this. Every time. It ends right before it's going to reveal something important or interesting. I think they want to make it so you have to watch the next episode.
We have to. When is it?
This one is weekly. Some are daily, others every other day. For this, the actors have other obligations, so they can only do it once in a while.
A whole week?
The spirits were surely punishing her. Yumi pulled the blanket close, trying to keep warm. Maybe this was for the best. She wouldn't be distracted by the story. Except the lines remarkably started vibrating again and forming new shapes.
It's returning!
That's the next program. Seasons of Regret. It's one of the best.
Another program. How many are there?
A different one every hour. All day. Though in the late night and early morning, they're mostly reruns. Which is nice, in case you miss an episode.
Every hour? All day? This device was dangerous. She reached up and flipped it off before it could draw her in. She had to focus on her predicament. The spirits needed her.